Thank you for watching my channel. Please subscribe and like. Now back to the news.
Stability. We talked about making sure that
the sleepy Joe Biden saw his rambling Vietnam press conference brought to a sudden end on Sunday night, with a mid-cut in jazz music playing him off the stage, like he went too long in an awards speech. Biden was mid-flow and answering questions from journalists.
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
And head backstage.
Thank you.
We talk about stability. We talk about the third world. Excuse me, the Southern Hemisphere has access to change. It wasn't confrontation at all, Biden said as he rambled on. Suddenly, the booming voice of his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, could be heard biting in. Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone, she said as she brought the presser to a close. All the while, Biden continued to speak, not realizing his mic had long since been muted. In another bizarre twist, sleepy jazz music then began to play over the loudspeaker, with the 80-year-old still seemingly trying to answer questions as he continued to speak into the microphone. As the president tried to answer a few more questions, the music grew louder, prompting Biden to put away his leather-backed folder and shuffle off stage, disappearing behind a black curtain. Earlier in the press conference in Hanoi, Vietnam, following the G20 summit in New Delhi, India, Biden risked upsetting his Vietnamese hosts, with quotes from the Robin Williams movie Good Morning, Vietnam, which he seemed to think was a song. The president arrived in the country after 2 days at the G20 summit in India, and admitted he was struggling to tell if it was day or night. "Good evening, everyone," he told a press conference. "It's already evening, isn't it? It's around the world in 5 days. It's interesting." One of my coworkers said, "Remember the famous song Good Morning Vietnam? Well, good evening, Vietnam." In what was supposed to be a show of stamina, Biden is circumnavigating the globe in 5 days. He ended the 26-minute event by saying, "I'm going to go to bed." The president had been asked if he was concerned that there was no agreement on fossil fuels that came out of the G20 leaders summit in New Delhi. He regaled reporters with a story he says is from a John Wayne movie, and features the Indians, not the ones he just met with, who don't buy it, when a Union soldier says everything will be good if they go back to the reservation. And the Indian looks at John Wayne and points to the Union soldier and says, "He's a lying dog-faced pony soldier." Well, there's a lot of lying dog-faced pony soldiers out there about global warming. But not anymore, Biden said. All of a sudden, they're all realizing it's a problem, the president said, whispering into the mic. He's used lying dog-faced pony soldier once at a 2020 campaign event in New Hampshire, and at an event in Connecticut in June, where he also muttered, "God save the Queen, man."